Hello, good day, viewers. Here is question number 12 of WAEC 2023 Mathematics Examination. Question 12a is related to cycle theorem, which reads, in the diagram, P, Q, R, and S are points on the cycle with the center O. QR is parallel to OS. Angle QOR is 2M. This 2M is in degrees. Angle QPR is equal to N. And lastly, angle SOR is equal to 54 degrees. We're asked to find the values of M and N. All right, let's get started before we come back to the B part. Let us study this diagram carefully. You should know that QR is a chord. And remember, whenever a chord subtends an angle to the center, the triangle formed is an isosceles triangle. If it is an isosceles triangle, the base angles must be the same. Therefore, this angle and this angle must be the same. So now let us name them. The first angle should be RQO. Angle RQO must be equal to the other one, QRO. QRO. So they must be the same. Reason, isosceles. And secondly, you should observe that line QR and OS are parallel. What can you remember about two parallel lines? If you have two parallel lines and a transversal line, this angle right here must be equal to this angle. What do we call them? Alternate angles. Therefore, this angle 54 must be equivalent to this angle, which is also QRO. They must be exactly the same because they are alternate. So let me name them. QRO must be equal to ROS. Reason, alternate angles. Alternate angles are equal. And hence, we can conclude that both of these two angles must be equal to 54, because this is 54, this must be 54, because these two angles are the same in an isosceles triangle, right? So we have just obtained the base angles of that isosceles triangle. Therefore, RQO equal to QRO, which is equal to 54 degrees. I have already declared why these are the same because of the isosceles. All right, remember that we are looking for M before we come back to N. The sum of all the angles in a triangle equals what? 180 degrees. So now let us add all of the angles together. The base angles are 54, 54, the two of them. So RQO plus QRO plus the other one, which is 2M, is QOR. All of these angles together must be equal to 180 degrees. Now let us substitute them. This is 54. This is also 54. And this is 2M. This must be equal to 180 degrees. 54 plus 54 is 108 degrees plus 2M. This is equal to 180 degrees. 2M equal to 180 minus 108. And hence 2M will be equal to 72 degrees. And finally, M is equal to 72 degrees divided by 2. And 72 divided by 2 is 36. And hence, M is equal to 36. So we have just obtained the value of M. But we are also asked to find the value of N. Okay, what you should know is that, again, this is a chord. A chord sustains an angle to the center, right? Or we can consider an arc. We can use either a chord or an arc. If a chord sustains an angle to the center, the same chord subtend another angle to the circumference, the angle subtended to the center is always twice the angle subtended to the circumference, if and only if they are produced from the same chord or an arc. It means that this 2m, which is an angle, must be twice n. This angle right here must be 2 times this one. We say that 2m must be twice n, 2n, right? Therefore, if 2 cancel 2 from both sides, m must be equal to n. And we have already seen that m is equal to 36 degrees. Therefore, we conclude that n must be equal to 36 degrees as well. So both n and m are equal to 36, which implies that the total angle here must be what? 72, and this is 36. You see, 72 is twice 36. Angle subtended to the center is twice angle subtended to the circumference. You see, this angle is touching the circumference of the circle, and they are all being produced from the same chord. This is the chord QR, and hence we have just answered this question. Now let us move on to the second one. The second question stated that the length of a rectangle is 4 centimeters more than the width. If the perimeter is 40 cm, we're asked to find the area of that rectangle. Okay? So the B part. Suppose we have a rectangle here. This is the width, and this is the length. According to the question, the length is 4 centimeters more than the width. So if you take the width and add 4 centimeters, it will be equivalent to the length. So this is what? W plus 4. I remember that the perimeter of a rectangle is given as 2 multiplied by the length plus the width. But the length is what? 4 plus W, so we can substitute it with L. P is now equal to 2 multiplied by W plus 4 plus another W, because this L is equivalent to 4 plus W, and we have another W, which if we add them together, you have 2 W's plus 4. This is 2 multiplied by 2W plus 4. And if you expand, you're going to get 4W plus 8, because 2 times 2W is 4W, and 2 times 4 is 8, which is equal to P. But from the question, P is given as 40. The perimeter is 40. You can see that here. So we can substitute it there. Therefore, we can say that 4W plus 8 must be equal to 40. Take 8 to the other side. You have 4W equal to 40 minus 8, which is 32, right? 4W is equal to 32. Divide both sides by 4. W is equal to 32. Divide by 4, which is equal to 8. W is equal to 8 cm. We have just obtained the width of that rectangle. But the question stated that we should find the area. Hence, find the area, right? So now we're going to find the area of that rectangle. And remember that the area of rectangle is given as what? Length times the width. And what is the length? Remember that length is equal to W plus 4. Here, look at it, W plus 4. So we're going to substitute it. We have A equal to W plus 4 multiplied by W. But W is equal to 8. We have just obtained that, so let's plug it in. This is equal to 8 plus 4 multiplied by 8. And this is equal to 8 plus 4 is 12, then multiplied by 8. This is equal to 96 centimeter squared. And this is the area of that rectangle. And this is all about question number 12. Thank you for watching. Do share to your learning colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. The next question is question number 13, which is the last question.